Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look and breaking down the new LF, what is this, Instant Transmission Cell Games Goku, I guess is what we'll call them. Instant Transmission LF Goku. And then we have a new Super Trunks. Now, I will just be very honest here. Super Trunks looks a lot more interesting to me than Goku. Goku just seems like very annoying, lock-in ult, spawning AoE greens, AoE Green City, getting his Vanish back. I'm good. I'm kind of good with Goku, but I guess we'll kind of take a look at him here. The art seems a little, it's not bad art, but it's just like, it seems just not, it doesn't seem like this belongs in Legends. Am I crazy? This art just seems a little strange. I don't know. Anyway, this is obviously the pose that Goku does when he's like about to fight Cell, right? It's like him powering up, and I think it's like he's like glowing or something. And this is the pose that he does. So, I mean, it makes sense why they have this pose here, but the art itself just looks a little weird. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. All right, here's our purple range type. This is the first actual like major purple release we've gotten since Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So we're long overdue for like a main purple character. Looks like he probably is actually going to be like a traditional blast character. Yeah, he is pretty blast heavy here. So what is this? We got a subtractor on 8,000. He's going to be like 254 to strike. He's going to have very high blast attack. That's a lot. That's like high 260s. 267-ish to blast attack. That's really good. Defenses are not looking too good. 171 strike defense and then 173 blast. It's like not the greatest. He has 2 key cards. Okay. 5 key on Strike and Blast. He's on Saiyan and Sun Family. I don't think Cell Saga is going to be a thing, but I guess we'll find out soon. He does have the same mechanics as Gotenks on his Strike and Blast cards to get Vanish back, so this is the same. This guy, when you think about it, this character actually is like extremely similar to Gotenks. This is the same thing that Gotenks has. He also is going to be spawning greens whenever he vanishes, which is probably the most annoying thing about this character. Let me see where this is written here. Here we go. Falling effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card next. Activates not once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times. It also destroys one of your enemy's strike arts, which is fine. He also does have an additional effect when he draws a green card. Right here. Applies the following effects to self when this character draws a green card. Draws a new card, 30 key, and then nullifies attribute downgrades for 10 timer counts. So the reason why that's really, really important is because when you vanish with this character, he's force drawing a green card. He's then going to force draw another card. And then if you use the AoE green card to get priority, he's going to be immune to attribute downgrades, meaning if you get like a... If you like vanish Beast Gohan, hit him with a green card, you're going to be immune to his cost increase stacking for 10 counts, which really, really matters. So that's pretty good there. He also does have a unique gauge that's based off of just over time it fills up. It kind of reminds me of Ultra Hit. Gradually charges on unique gauge over time while this character is in the battlefield or on standby. So even if he's not on the battlefield, it still charges it. The green card, by the way, is the only way to augment the gauge. It's 25% to charge to unique gauge, but I imagine this thing's going to fill up pretty quickly. And when you fill the unique gauge up, he does actually provide a supporting effect. Applies the following effects to allies once unique gauge is full. He's going to heal the team by 10%, 30 key, 20% damage to the whole team. Shortens sub count by 2. And then he also does have this effect as well. Following effects curve own unique gauge is full when this character is switched to standby. He's giving a card, which is a strong effect. Shortening own sub count by 2 is really good as well. He's healing the whole team by 10%, 20% damage support to the whole team, and then canceling enemy attribute upgrades. So this is like a character he's very similar, I think, kind of to Gotenks, where he has ways to nullify attribute downgrades. He's supporting. He is spawning greens when he vanishes. He's getting vanish back on the strike and blast cards. He was also getting vanish back on the blue here, which is pretty important to note as well. And then his ultimate does also have a lock-in if you have a full unique gauge. So that's essentially the gist of this character. He has some noticeable weaknesses. I mean, we can't just ignore these things. He has no second life mechanic, which in this day and age is pretty I think it's going to be pretty noticeable, but it's going to be even more noticeable because he not only does not have a second life mechanic, he also doesn't have buff removal. So if this character just gets like probably just gets touched once by Majin Vegeta, he's probably dead. He has type neutral defensively. I think it's for 10 counts, I believe. Where is it? Yeah, nullifies own unfair but element factors for damage sustained for 10 counts. So he has that, but I don't think that's going to matter, right? This guy only has 70% damage reduction. He doesn't have any additional damage reduction, like against impact damage or anything like that. So he's going to get hit very hard. And I think Majin Vegeta probably would just one-shot this guy if he touches him a single time. And he's obviously going to die to special beam cannon, stuff like that. So defensively, this character's not looking too good, but it's going to be tough to catch him, right, with all the Vanish Restoration. That's the whole point of the character, and that's, I think, why they didn't give him tons of defensive abilities. He also has no access to double card draw speed, which is a little weird. He draws a card on entry, but, I mean, it's usually not enough to fill in for what double card draw speed is doing. He has very short cover null, but to be fair, that's usually what that's what Gotenks has too, right? Gotenks switches in with 5 counts of cover null. This Goku has 5 counts of cover null, and then both Gotenks and this character get cover null in the green. Gotenks gets it with a full gauge. This guy just gets it when he uses the green card. This guy does go type neutral offensively though when he is when he uses the green card for 5 counts. So technically, you can main ability AoE green and then type neutral lock in ultimate, which is pretty insane. But yeah, that's the thing you could do with him. I think the major issue with this character that I have is just the fact that he's drawing a green card when he vanishes, and on top of that, the fact that it's an AoE green. Because what you can do with this character is you can tackle, and if the opponent counters your tackle with a strike card, you have a guaranteed combo on them. Right? Because not only is he drawing the green, he's destroying a card in his hand to draw the green, right? Yeah, destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card. So you go for a tackle on Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? The opponent's using the green transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You go for a tackle, the opponent goes for a strike to counter your tackle, you draw a green off of that, you guarantee start a combo, you lock in with the ultimate, and you kill them. I mean, that's very bad design. I feel like if you correctly counter someone's tackle, you shouldn't get punished for it. That's why I just don't like AoE greens in general, but that's this character. Let's look at Super Trunks. This character actually seems pretty interesting. He's a defense type. Definitely more of a strike character. Not like massively more strike, but 9,000. Yeah, it's, you know, not the greatest offenses, though. I mean, he's going to have like just below 250 to strike and then like barely 240 blast. Yeah, that's not great, but his defenses are looking really good. 182-ish to strike and then around the same for blast. So seems pretty good. He's on a lot of teams too. Vegeta Clan, Future, and Hybrids are all real teams. So that's pretty solid. Feint, huh? All right. Strike, impact, 5% chance to inflict feint on hit, and blast armor. This is yellow Saiyan Saga Goku's effect, huh? Blast is normal. The blue card is a melee blue. Mass impact damage, 20% enemy sustained damage code effects. Falling effects occur on hit. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards. Okay, so he's refilling his hand on this. Reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. That's actually really annoying. Okay. The green card is Brimming Superpower. This is a stop time green card. Draws a strike, which is nice because you can use this in melee range and potentially catch somebody with blast armor. Restores own health by 10% and ki by 20. Cover null for 10 counts. Cancels own abnormal conditions. Okay. I mean, that's not... Canceling abnormal conditions is not as strong as it sounds like, because that's... They honestly should have... They should have just made this attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Like, attribute downgrades is the major thing right now. Seals enemies special move arts for 5 counts. Okay. That could be annoying in specific situations. The ultimate is Final Buster Cannon. Deals mass impact damage, falling effects occur upon activation. 30% ultimate damage, cancels enemies' attribute upgrades. On hit, he restores health by 30%. 30% chance to inflict feint. 30% healing. So this might actually just be an ultimate. By the way, this doesn't nullify endurance. Actually, I think he has a different way of nullifying endurance later. I remember this from the video yesterday. This healing 30% means this is something you might want to just like activate just to heal. How much does his main ability even heal? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. So they, I mean, This is deceptive because this healing by 30% is just taking this effect away from the main ability, which is just worse, right? Like, wouldn't you rather just have this effect on the main ability as opposed to it being tied to the ultimate? The answer is yes. So I don't know why they did that. Draw the Ultimate Arts card, Final Buster, restores own key by 50, 20% damage for 20 counts. He goes type neutral for 10 counts. And then, yeah, restores allies other than this character's health by 15%. Why are they so scared of giving him healing? Z ability, Hybrid Saiyans, Vegeta Clan, or Cell Saga. So not future, okay. Strike attack and defense, then 18% to Hybrid Saiyan blast defense. Invincible battle form. Applies the following effects self when battle starts. 120% damage, 60%... Okay, never mind. He is more of a strike character. 60% to strike damage, yeah. Sure, he's going to be a very, very one-dimensional offense character, which is fine. So has 180% strike damage, 70% reduced damage received, 40% to key recovery, -5 to strike and special move cost. Applies the following effects to self if there is a tag Hybrid, Vegeta Clan, or Cell Saga battle member. So basically... if you're running him on a team where he's supposed to be ran on, he's going to get this. 30% damage. Reduce impact explode damage by 10%. So that doesn't include like slice damage. Like I'm pretty sure like Ultra Rose does slice damage. So just keep that in mind. Shortens sub counts by 2 for 60 counts. Nullifies attribute downgrades for 60 counts. Yeah, that's a really strong ability. So for the first 60 timer counts of the match, he's going to be immune to all attribute downgrades. And of course, as a red character, that really does matter because this guy can just pummel Beast Gohan without really worrying too much about it. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card. Okay, so he's going to draw a card. Restores own health by 10% and ki by 40. 40 ki is good. 10% HP healing every time is nice. 60% damage inflicted. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Reduces enemy ki by 20. Okay. Following effects occur upon landing an arts hit. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores own health. Oh, really? Restores health by 10%. And ki by 20. 30% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Inflicts all enemies with 2 sub counts. Oh, God. It's no. It's STR cooler. I mean, it doesn't really matter as much these days, but they actually gave him the STR cooler mechanic. They actually gave him the rock, paper, scissors mechanic. So, because he's not going to have cover null on entry, right? Doesn't look like. Restores own health by 30% only once. Yeah, so he has endurance as well. Cover change against a strike card. Falling effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's art stack while this character's in the battlefield. Restores on health by 3%. Okay, that's a very strong defensive ability. 20% to special move damage inflicted for 30 counts up to 80%. 10% to own critical rate for 30 counts up to 40%. Nullifies enemies. Oh yeah, this is where he gets the nullify endurance. Nullifies endurance for 15 counts. So that's every time he gets hit by an art attack, he's going to get that buff. So you can get hit by something and then you can like rush, I guess. But the only thing about this is cancelable. This endurance nullification buff is cancelable. Reduces enemy ki by 5. Falling effects occur when changing cover activates twice. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was looking at this yesterday. There is actually a restriction on this. Randomly destroys 1 of your own cards and draws a blue card next. Type neutral defensively for 5 counts. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. Reduces enemy ki by 30. Seals enemies rising rush for 10 counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to all arts costs for 10 timer counts. Seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 counts. So think about what he's doing here. He's already doing this, right? When he enters the battlefield, he's destroying a card, and he's reducing enemy ki by 20 already just for entering the battlefield. So what he's really doing is he's really destroying 3 cards, right? Because it's 2 plus 1. He's reducing enemy ki by 50, sealing rush, sealing main ability, and then increasing their cost by 20. So this is an insane debuff. This is an insane disrupt effect. Restores 30% of damage received after enemy attack is over, up to 30% of own heal or of own health. Following effects occur when an enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is not defeated. Activates twice. Restores own health by 15% and then shortens ally subcounts by 3. Okay. So he doesn't have buff removal, which is the main issue here. But he should be a really competent defensive character, I think. Let's just count his damage. So I'm just going to count strike damage. 120, 60. That's 180. 30, that's 210. 290. 320. I think he's looking pretty good to me. I mean, the only way he gets Covernal, though, is off of the green. And the other thing to mention as well is I don't think he has nowhere where he gets card draw speed. This guy doesn't even have level 1 card draw speed, is the major thing here. But he does draw a card, and then he's going to draw another card when he lands a card, right? I think he seems pretty interesting. This is a character that's going to be tough to really judge how good he is until we use him, but to me, he seems pretty good, actually. As a defensive red character that has a lot of disrupt and can actually put a stop to... well, not put a stop to, but can actually, like, you know, hit pretty hard and not get interrupted by a lot of these attribute downgrades that are in the game. All right, let's take a look at some equips. If we go over to the archive, there's no new PvP equip because the PvP season, for whatever reason, they decided to do 3 weeks, so it's still ongoing. We should have a new co-op equip, and we should have a new awakened equip at the very least here. All right, here's the new co-op equip. What is this? What is the image on this? Day of Reckoning. Oh, this is Goku facing off against Cell. So this is for Android Saga or Cell Saga. 12% health. Okay, we're off to a really good start already. Slot 2, 15%. Oh, wow, they're actually doing this. Usually this is not how co-op equips work, where you actually have multiple options here. 15% to pure strike attack when tagged Sun Family or Android as a battle member. 15% to pure blast when Vegeta Clan or Regen is a battle member. Okay. 15% to pure strike and blast defense when 3 battle members are any combination of Android Saga and Cell Saga. That's pretty restrictive. That is pretty restrictive, actually. It's a good equip if you can... If you fulfill every condition on this, this is really, really good. But... Android and the Cell Saga. Okay, I see it. It's really good if you can get the conditions ready. All right, then we should have an awakened equip here. Which is... I'm pretty sure this is a defensive equip. I don't remember this one that well. Cell Saga. 20% base strike defense. 25% base blast defense. 5% to... Oh, pure strike and blast attack for each Sun Family or Cell Saga Z battle member. Wow, that's really good. So you run this on the new Goku, and as long as you're running a Sun Family team, you're getting 15% to pure strike and blast, and then double defenses. Yeah, this is good. This is a good equip. This is just an easy farm 3 of these equip. Okay, solid one. So there we go. That is this week's updates. Who's excited for like Super Saiyan 9 Kaioken Vegito to drop in Daima next week, and then Legends drops Zenkai First Form Cell. It's going to be exciting. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.